Good morning, all. Today, we have to start the prose topic 1.2 on to the summit. We reach the top. Now, we have seen that this topic is related to mountaineering, and here the title is given, we reach the top. On to the summit, we reach the top. Means this adventure was done by many persons. Along with these persons, only 2 persons were able to reach at the topmost position. This is the real life story, and the writer Tenzing Norgay himself had written this story. So here the pronoun I used for Tenzing Norgay along with his friend Edmund Hillary. This Tenzing went to climb the Mount Everest. Initially, he had done a lot of efforts, but he could not reach at the topmost position. And in this prose topic, we have to see how he became successful along with his friend Edmund Hillary, how their journey was. We have to see it. Now they started their journey from Camp 9. So the topic begins with the journey from Camp 9. When any mountaineering expedition was arranged, many persons made one team. Here also, these persons, they were working as a team. From the base camp, they started their journey and they reached at Camp 9. But from that place, only 2 persons were going ahead. One is the writer Tenzing Norgay, another is Edmund Hillary. All other persons, they were staying at Camp 9. Few other persons might be staying at Camp 1 to Camp 8. So in this way, they were traveling from one place to another. They were climbing from one camp to another. When we left Camp 9 on Friday morning, now the day was Friday, they started their journey from Camp 9. It was morning time. I was determined to get to the top of this day. This I refer to Tenzing Norgay. He had decided that he had to reach at the topmost position on that same day. He had decided that he had to continue that journey on the same day. He wanted to reach at the topmost position on that Friday. That morning, I remember thinking, I was to get to the top even if I die. Now Tenzing Norgay decided that he had to reach at the topmost position of the mountain Everest, or if he could not reach there, he would accept his death. So it was his thinking that he should have to continue and complete the journey, or he should have to accept the death. तर या स्टोरीची सुरुवात, या टॉपिकची सुरुवात कॅम्प 9 पासून झालेली आहे. एडमंड हिलरी आणि टेन्झिंग नोर्गे आपल्या सर्व सहकाऱ्यांसोबत टप्प्याटप्प्याने बेस कॅम्प पासून कॅम्प 9 पर्यंत येऊन पोहोचले. शुक्रवारची ती सकाळ होती. टेन्झिंग नोर्गेने ठरवलेलं होतं की आज कोणत्याही परिस्थितीमध्ये आपल्याला माउंट एव्हरेस्टवर जाऊन पोहोचायचं आहे, अन्यथा आपल्याला मृत्यू आला तरी चालेल एवढा तरी ठाम निश्चय केलेला होता. त्याचं कारणच होतं की यापूर्वी अनेक वेळा या माउंट एव्हरेस्टवर जाण्याचा त्याचा प्रयत्न अयशस्वी झालेला होता, पण यावेळेस मात्र त्यांनी निर्धाराने निश्चय केलेला होता, एक तर मृत्यू किंवा यश, सक्सेस. I was not afraid to die that day. He was not fearing about death because he had determined to achieve target, achieve success. We set out early and all the way from Camp 9 to the peak. We alternated means changed places. Now from this Camp 9, this Edmund and Tenzing, they decided they should have to help each other and reach the peak, the topmost position, the summit of the Mount Everest. या माउंट एव्हरेस्टवर जाण्यासाठी एकमेकांचं सहकार्य त्यांना आवश्यक होतं आणि म्हणून त्यांनी ठरवलेलं होतं की एकमेकांना मदत करायची, एकमेकांच्या मदतीने पुढे जायचं आहे, वेळ पडली तर जागा बदलवायची आणि पुढे पुढे जात राहायचं आहे. Now I can show you their journey by using the base camp, how they travel from one place to another. Now see, so in this way on that mountain few camps were arranged or built up by the mountaineers. The base camp was at the foot of this Mount Everest, and from that they place Camp 1, Camp 2, Camp 3, Camp 4, and beside this mountain there were other camps. Why these camps were situated? Because from that camp they could get the required help. If any person is injured in the journey, that person may be carried from one camp to another, and finally that person can reach base camp. So these camps are set up in such journey as a supportive team, and that is why many persons are staying in each camp, Camp 1, Camp 2, Camp 3, Camp 4. Along with this, they built up Camp 9, and from that Camp 9, the journey of these two mountaineers were started. They started their journey from these camps. So in this way, they situated various camps, they built up various camps, they use these camps for their journey. And they have to reach at the summit, at the topmost position of that mountain. This was very snowy mountain, and they have to help each other to reach there. So from Camp 9, only 2 persons were going ahead. One is Tenzing Norgay, another is Edmund Hillary. So this is the map of Mount Everest. They started their journey and they have to reach at the summit, at the topmost position. Though there were many mountaineers, many supportive persons, only 2 persons decided that they have to reach at the topmost position. Other persons can't go there because they might be injured or they did not dare at that time, and that is why they stayed in various camps. Now their journey started from Camp 9 Edmund Hillary and Tenzing started their journey. They altered, they changed their positions. I would take the lead and then Hillary, the man who follows. When climbing has a difficult job, both in climbing up and climbing down. Now Tenzing Norgay decided to lead the remaining journey. So he was climbing ahead. The man who was climbing ahead must have to perform difficult job because he had to make way to go ahead. He is the anchor in such position. The man going in the lead cuts the steps and breaks the way. The person who was ahead, he had to cut the steps. He had to make the steps, break the ice, and he had to give good position to the person who is coming beside him. So in this way, such person is called anchor, or he was using the equipments which were helpful to create the way. Now see the picture of Edmund and Tenzing. These two persons were going ahead on that Friday. They had few equipments. They had oxygen cylinders. They wear clothes which could save them from the cold atmosphere. They were also wearing glasses to save their eyes. In this way, they were carrying a lot of load on their body. Despite this, they were climbing ahead. तर टेन्झिंग आणि एडमंड या ठिकाणी दिसत आहेत. अंगावर अनेक इक्विपमेंट्स त्यांचे आहेत, सिलेंडर्स आहेत ऑक्सिजनसाठी, आणि या सर्वांच्या साह्याने ते वरती चढण्याचा प्रयत्न करत आहेत. गॉगल्स आहेत, डोळे सुरक्षित राहावेत म्हणून बर्फाच्या वादळामध्ये, आणि या पद्धतीने प्रवास करत करत ते आता पुढे निघालेले. तर हे सर्व इक्विपमेंट घेऊन त्यांना जायचं आहे. अँकर या पद्धतीने दिलेला असतो. दिस इज वन ऑफ द इंस्ट्रुमेंट which was placed on that mountain. It was fixed there, and by using rope, one person goes ahead and he is followed by another person. In this way, the journey of the mountaineering is done. So this anchor is very important instrument. The person who is working in the initial position, he is also called anchor here. So Tenzing is leading the expedition and Edmund Hillary, he was following him. Tenzing was doing the difficult job because many times he climb up, sometimes he slides down, but he started his journey successfully. हा जो काही टेन्झिंग आहे, कठीण जबाबदारी त्याने घेतलेली आहे. वरती चढताना काही वेळा घसरून खाली येण्याची पण शक्यता असते. रस्ता तयार करत जात वरती वरती तो जात होता. इन माय पॉकेट आय हॅड 4 flags. When we were still at Camp 4, Colonel Hunt gave me 3 flags, those of Britain, the United Nations, and Nepal. Now, when Tenzing started his journey from Camp 4, at that time he met Colonel Hunt. This Colonel Hunt was the official leader of this expedition. He gave him 3 flags. These flags belongs to Britain, United Nations, and Nepal. तर कॅम्प 4 ला पर्यंत कर्नल हंटने या सर्वांना सोबत दिली. कॅम्प 4 ला तो थांबून गेलेला होता, पुढे जाणं त्याला शक्य नव्हतं, आणि म्हणून बाकीच्या सहकाऱ्यांना वरती जाण्याची परवानगी देत असतानाच या कर्नल हंटने योगायोगाने म्हणा किंवा त्याला कॉन्फिडन्स होता की टेन्झिंग हा वरती जाऊ शकेल, शेवटपर्यंत पोहोचू शकेल, आणि म्हणूनच त्यांनी काय केलेले, त्याला 3 फ्लॅग दिलेले होते. एक ब्रिटनचा, इंग्लंडचा, एक युनायटेड नेशन्स की जागतिक संघटना आहे सर्व राष्ट्रांची, आणि एक नेपाळ की ज्या नेपाळमध्ये या टेन्झिंगचा जन्म झालेला होता. He charged me with the duty of planting them on the top of the world. Now he advised him, he suggested him that he should have to plant these flags on the top of the world, because Tenzing was going at the topmost position of Mount Everest, and Mount Everest is the top mountain of the world, so he might install these flags at the top place of that mountain. या कर्नल हंटला जणू काही जाणीव होती किंवा टेन्झिंग यावेळेस नक्कीच जाऊन पोहोचेल आणि या टेन्झिंगला यश मिळेल की त्या डोंगरावर सर्वोच्च ठिकाणी जाऊन पोहोचायचं. तिथं पोहोचल्यानंतर त्या उंच जागेवर तो काय करणार आहे, तर त्याचे जे काही त्याच्या हातामध्ये जे काही फ्लॅग्स दिलेले आहेत ते फ्लॅग तो पोहोचवण्याचं काम नक्कीच करेल असं या कर्नल हंटला जाणवत होतं, वाटत होतं, आणि म्हणून त्यांनी त्या पद्धतीने 3 फ्लॅग दिले. या टेन्झिंग कडे मात्र अजून एक फ्लॅग होता, because he claimed that he had 4 flags. He had 4 flags. Only 3 flags were given by Colonel Hunt. Now, which was the 4th flag and why he was carrying it, we have to see. He was carrying another flag along with him. First flag was flag of Britain. Second flag was flag of United Nations. You could see the flags here. Flag of Britain, flag of United Nations. Another flag was that of Nepal. And last flag, which Tenzing was carrying of his own. कुणी न सांगताही टेन्झिंग जो 4था फ्लॅग घेऊन चाललेला होता तो फ्लॅग होता फ्लॅग ऑफ इंडिया. भारताचा फ्लॅग तो घेऊन चाललेला होता बिकॉज ही वॉज अ व्हेरी पेट्रियोटिक पर्सन. भारताचं नागरिकत्व त्यांनी घेतलेलं होतं आणि भारताबद्दल प्रेम, आस्था, जिव्हाळा असल्यामुळे, देशभक्त असल्यामुळे त्यांनी भारताचा फ्लॅग स्वतःहूनच आपल्या सोबत नेलेला होता. आणि या कर्नल हंटला त्यांनी त्याची जाणीव पण करून दिली की मी तो फ्लॅग घेऊन जाणार आहे. या पद्धतीने त्याच्याकडे 4 फ्लॅग्स होते, फ्लॅग ऑफ ब्रिटन, फ्लॅग ऑफ युनायटेड नेशन, फ्लॅग ऑफ नेपाल and flag of India. In the exam there will be wave activity. In wave activity, in the middle position one statement may be given, flags which Tenzing was carrying, and in the 4 blank spaces you have to write of which countries these flags were, and you have to write flag of Britain, flag of United Nations, flag of Nepal and flag of India. एक वेब ऍक्टिव्हिटी येऊ शकते की ज्यामध्ये मध्यभागी दिलेलं असेल की फ्लॅग्स जो टेन्झिंग घेऊन जात होता आणि बाकीच्या 4 ब्लँक स्पेसेस मध्ये या 4चे नाव तुम्हाला लिहायचे की ज्याचे फ्लॅग तो घेऊन चाललेला होता. So in this way you can write the answer. These 3 flags are in your care, he said. Colonel Hunt asked him to carry those flags. When you and Hillary reach the top, put them at the peak. Peak means topmost position. ज्यावेळेस हिलरी आणि तू उंचावर जाशील, शिखरावर जाशील, त्यावेळेस ते फ्लॅग तू काय करायचे, त्या डोंगरावर लावून द्यायचे, माउंट एव्हरेस्टच्या सर्वोच्च ठिकाणी ते प्लेस करायचे. I am sure that you and Hillary are going to do it. Now here the statement of Colonel Hunt, it was significant because he was confident Tenzing and Hillary could definitely reach at the topmost position of the mountain. कर्नल हंटला जणू वाटतच होतं की यावेळेस 100% हे दोघेही जण माउंट एव्हरेस्ट वर जाऊन पोहोचतील. I told Colonel Hunt that I was carrying the Indian flag with me and I would like to be on the top with the other flags. Now Tenzing gave information about Indian flag to Colonel Hunt. Tenzing ने कर्नल हंटला जाणीव करून दिली, माहिती दिली की माझ्यासोबत भारताचा फ्लॅग पण मी घेऊन जातोय and I would like to be on the top with other flags. इतर फ्लॅग सोबत तो उंचावर मी लावून देणार आहे ज्या ठिकाणी मी जाऊन पोहोचेल. I had to ask Colonel Hunt's permission in his capacity as leader of the expedition. Now Colonel Hunt was the leader of this expedition. माउंट एव्हरेस्ट वर जाऊन पोहोचण्याची ही जी काही मोहीम आहे त्याचा तो प्रमुख होता, लीडर होता, आणि म्हणून त्याची त्यांनी परवानगी घेतली, त्याला ती माहिती दिली. Indian flag. Colonel Hunt said, by all means, I am glad to know that you brought an Indian flag. Colonel Huntला आनंद झालेला आहे. He was glad that he had carried Indian flag along with him and he was ready to place it on the topmost position of the mountain. त्या डोंगरावर, डोंगराच्या शिखरावर, माउंट एव्हरेस्ट वर भारताचाही फ्लॅग तो लावणार आहे याचा त्यालाही आनंद झालेला आहे. After 1 hour of steady going, we cut across from the south face and started up the west side where we had to pass up a steep line of rocks. Now they started their journey. After 1 hour, they continuously climbing. They have to cut across from the south side and they had to reach to the west side. But on that side, they got a steep line of rocks. This was slow and difficult. Now when they were climbing, they found that they had to pass the steep line of rocks. उंच उंच असे जे काही रॉक्स आहे, स्टीप लाईन या पद्धतीने दिसते पहा. You can see in the PPT also. They were climbing, but the way was not very easy. They have to climb the steep line of rocks. तर ज्या ठिकाणी चढायला त्रास होईल अशा रीतीने उंच अशी ती जागा होती आणि केव्हाही खाली सटकू शकेल अशी ती परिस्थिती होती. अशाही ठिकाणी ते प्रवास करत निघालेले होते. See, it was snowy mountain, so the steep line of rock was very difficult. बर्फाचा डोंगर असल्यामुळे त्या ठिकाणी सटकण्याचा धोका फार असतो आणि अशा या वातावरणामध्ये ते दोघी जण वरवर जात आहेत. दोर स्वतःसोबत असतो, टँकरच्या ह्याने तो फिक्स करायचा आणि वरती चढत जायचं. या पद्धतीने त्या डोंगरावरून प्रवास त्यांचा चालू होता. नाउ दे रीच ॲट द प्लेस वेअर दे कुड गेट अ गुड प्लेस टू क्लाइंब. Now they were climbing ahead. After few time, they reach at the place where nothing could stop them. Once we had cleared this, there was nothing barring our way to top but a snow-covered incline, sloping less and less as it neared the top. Now when they reached at that place, they could think that they have to travel ahead. But when they reached there, it was a snow-covered incline sloping less and less as it neared the top. Sloping means slanting up or down. हळूहळू ते पुढे पुढे जायला लागले आणि त्यांना तीव्र उतार असलेला एक भाग दिसायला लागलेला होता. त्यावरून त्यांना प्रवास करत जायचं होतं. सुरुवातीला अवघड अशी जागा होती, नंतर मात्र बऱ्यापैकी चांगली जागा मिळाली आणि शेवटी ते इन्क्लाइनला जाऊन पोहोचले. या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला दिसत असेल पीपीटी मध्ये की एक चढ असा आहे आणि त्या इन्क्लाइन म्हणजे अशी जागा की एका बाजूला प्रचंड अशी खोल दरी आणि तीव्र उतार असलेली अशी जागा आणि शेवटच्या वरच्या टोकावर त्यांना जाऊन पोहोचायचं आहे. They had to reach at the topmost position of that mountain. So they are using rope or climbing. चढत असताना दोरखंडाच्या साहाय्याने एकमेकांना ते हेल्प करतात. These last 60 or 70 feet up the top were not very dangerous, but we kept up the same steady pace and we reached the small flattened summit almost together. शेवटचे हे जे काही 60-70 फूट जे अंतर होतं उंच उंच जाण्याचं ते तेवढं फारसं धोकेदायक नव्हतंच, पण तरी सुद्धा या उंच अशा कड्यावरून जात असताना खाली सटकण्याचा धोका होता. एकमेकांना या पद्धतीने दोराच्या साहाय्याने मदत करून करून त्यांनी काय केलेलं आहे, वरती जाण्यासाठी हेल्प केलेली आहे आणि त्या समिटवर त्या टॉपमोस्ट पोझिशनवर एकत्रित पोहोचण्याचा त्यांचा हा प्रयत्न चालू आहे. During the last 50 feet from the peak, Hillary and I were moving about 20 feet apart. We were tied together with a rope. I have already shown you the picture that how the rope was helpful for them. त्या माउंटेनिंग मध्ये दोर एक महत्वाची भूमिका बजावतो. एकमेकांना दोरांच्या साहाय्याने बांधलं जातं आणि एकमेकांच्या सहकार्याने एकमेकांना मदत करून वरती जाण्यासाठी त्यांना प्रयत्न करत राहावे लागतात. We tied together with a rope. Most of the time the rope was loose, but when we went our dangerous ground, we drew it taut. So in this way they were helping each other. Sometimes the rope became loose, but despite this they did not stop their attempt and came at the ground place. This rope was a symbol. It tied us together. One could not move without the other. We were not two individuals but a team. Now in the mountaineering, rope works as a team member. It is a symbol of unity. ज्यावेळेस ही एक्सपिडिशन चालू असते माउंटेनिअरिंगची, गिर्यारोहणाची, त्यावेळेस दोर एकमेकांना बांधून ठेवण्याचं काम करतो. एक प्रकारचं टीम म्हणून काम करण्यासाठी त्या दोराचा उपयोग होतो. कोणी पडत असेल तर दोर त्याला पकडून सहकार्य एकमेकांचं घेता येतं, जीव वाचवता येतो आणि म्हणून दोरखंडाचा वापर या ठिकाणी केला जातो. सो इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ सिंबल ऑफ युनिटी. हा जो काही दोर आहे तो एक प्रतीक म्हणून वापरला जातो. In the margin of activity, you will find one statement here, give reason for the rope being called a symbol. एक प्रतीक म्हणून रोप का आलेला आहे? So it is a symbol. This rope was a symbol. It tied us together. One could not move without the other. We were not two individuals but a team. का प्रतीक म्हणून आलेला आहे? तर दोर काय करतोय? एकमेकांना मदत देण्याचं काम करतोय. दोघांना त्यांनी बांधून ठेवलेलं आहे. इट इज लाईक अ टीम. आणि त्यात एकटे काम करत नाहीये, तर एकमेकांना सांभाळून घेऊन एक टीम वर्क करण्यासाठी त्यांना मदत होते. ती मदत या रोपमुळे, दोरखंडामुळे होते. आणि म्हणूनच दोरखंड या ठिकाणी काय आलेला आहे, सिंबल म्हणून आलेला आहे, प्रतीक म्हणून आलेला आहे. तर या पद्धतीने आपल्याकडे आता